Good morning to everyone. Today we will start our new session in year 2020-21. From that, in final year, we can start with the first subject, 7ME01. It's a machine design and drawing tool. We already discussed in your fourth semester machine design and drawing 1. And now, in 7th semester, we can see our new subject, machine design and drawing 2. In machine design and drawing 2, there are the 4 units. In first unit, there are the 4 chapters. In that first one is design of shaft. Then in first one there are the 4 chapters. First one is design of shaft, design of key, design of coupling and design of flywheel. Design of key. Then third one is design of coupling. And fourth one is your design of flywheel. Now you can the final year mechanical engineering. Before that, we have already seen your engineering mechanics, then machine design and drawing 1. After that, theory of machine 1, theory of machine 2, and now we can discuss about machine design and drawing 2. It's our final year. In design of shaft, design of key, design of coupling, and design of flywheel. In that design of flywheel, we are already concluded in your theory of machine. Okay, but at that time, you can see only the theory of machines. We are only introduced about theory of machines. But now, we can discuss about the design of flywheel. It's your first unit. There are 12 hours. After that, in your second unit, in that, anti-frictional bearing, journal bearing, design of belt and design of rope. As like that, 4 types included in your second unit. There are also the 12 hours. Then in your third unit, there are the design of gear. In design of gear, we can discuss about spur gear, helical gear, bevel gear and wall gear. In that, 4 types in your unit number 3rd. It's your design of spur gear, design of helical gear, design of bevel gear and design of wall gear. Okay, and in that also the 12 hours included for the 3rd unit. After that, we can discuss about the last unit in your machine design and drawing 2. There are the 4th unit. In that, design of IC engine part and design and drawing of governor. Okay. In previously, you can see in your first 3 units, there are the 4 chapters, but in your 4th unit, there are the only 2 chapters. Okay, but it's not only 2 chapters because it's a design of IC engine part. And in IC engine part, there are the number of parts. We all are the mechanical engineers, so we know about the IC engine. In IC engine, there are the piston, then piston ring, piston pin, connecting rod, then crank. We can design all parts included in your IC engine parts. After that, design and drawing of governor. I think you can already heard about the governor, and this governor also in your theory of machine. And these theory of machine subjects are already concluded in your 5th and 6th semester. So you know the functions of the governor, functions of the flywheel. Okay. But now we are already focused on the design. Okay. These all are Okay. So up to this, it's all about your syllabus in machine design and learning. From that, it's our today's your first lecture in your first session. So we can start our first unit, and in first unit, first chapter is design of shaft. So today we can start about first one is your design of shaft. So what is the shaft? Well, we all are the mechanical engineers, so we know about the shaft. What is in the shaft? Okay, or what is the difference between shaft, axle, and spindle? Because as per my experience, although whenever I am the student, maximum are confused in between shaft, axle, and spindle. Because whenever we can face the viva or any questions related, question answers related topic, most of the students are regularly confused in shaft, axle, and spindle. Whenever any teacher or any faculty give a questions to you, what is meant by shaft? Number of students give the answer as like the spindle, as like the axle. So we always know about the shaft as well as axle and spindle also. Okay. So shaft. What is the shaft? Shaft is a rotating machine. Shaft is a rotating machine element which is used to transmit power from one place to another. Okay, that's clear. What is the shaft? Shaft is a rotating machine element which is used to transmit power from one place to another. Then it's about the shaft. We can discuss about the shaft, axle, and spindle. Okay. So shaft is a rotating machine element which is transmit power from one place to another. Then what is the axle and spindle? Anyone imagine the actual product, or you can imagine the shaft, axle, and spindle. So you know the proper difference between these three ones. Then suppose axle, then axle, it is a stationary machine element, and you think shaft is a rotating element, and the axle is a stationary element and is used to transmission the bending moment, and it simply support at a rotating body such as the hoisting drum, car wheel, and ropes. Then spindle. What is the spindle? Spindle is a short shaft. Spindle is a short shaft that imparts the motion, either the cutting tool. We are the mechanical engineers, so we know about the drilling press spindle as well as the workpiece in your lathe machines. Okay. So it's a shaft, axle, and spindle. Shaft is a rotating motion element from transmit the power from one place to another. Then axle is a stationary element, but it's a bending moment, and your shaft, it is used for transmission torque and bending moment. In shaft, it's power transmit also and bending also. But the axle, it's only the bending moment. And the spindle, we all are the mechanical engineers. We always work in the workshops. So we know about the lathe machines, then the cutting tool machines. In that, those cutting tool machines and drilling machines are used of the spindle. Okay, so we always know about the difference between shaft, axle and spindle. Okay, from that we can start with your first one is design of shaft. Okay, then what is next one? Now it's completed the difference between shaft, axle and spindle. Next one is material used for the shaft. Materials used for the shaft. We all know about the shaft. Okay. Then which materials are used for the shaft? We already know about the definition of the shaft, which power transferred from one place to another. Then materials, first one, it should have high strength. Whenever you can create a shaft, it must high strength. So first one is, it should have high strength. What is important is high strength. High strength is the material. Then second one, it should have good machinability. We always know about the shaft. Shaft is the power transfer, so it's a good machinability. Second one, it's good machinability. Okay, so it's first one is the high strength. Second one is the good machinability. Then third one, it should have low notch sensitive factor. Third one is the low notch sensitive factor. Okay, that's clear. In material of the shaft, it's a high strength, then good machinability, then low notch sensitivity. Then it should have good heat treatment properties. You always know high strength. Whenever it gets high strength, after getting the good heat treatment properties. So first one is the high good heat treatment properties. So, good heat treatment properties, and it should have a high wear resistant properties. High wear resistant properties means at the time of you design the shaft, you create a shaft, you know about the materials. In that material, it has high strength, good machinability, low notch sensitivity factor, then high good heat treatment properties, and high wear resistant properties. These all are included the material used for the shaft. Okay. Then up to now we can discuss about the definition of the shaft, then difference between the shaft, axle and spindle. After that we can discuss about the material used for the shaft. Then now we can discuss about the types of shaft. In your first chapter, design of shaft, we can all parts related to shaft. Then types of shaft. In types of shaft, there are the two types of shaft. First one is the transmission shaft. First one is transmission shaft, and second one is the machine shaft. What is the transmission shaft or what is the machine shaft? Anyone can think about the transmission and machine? Maybe anyone think about all transmission shaft is the machine. Do you know the machine? You all know about the. We all see the movie Three Idiots, and in Three Idiots there are always see about the machines. What is the machines? Any part they can motions or any movement it means the machines. Okay. Then transmission it's also the one part of motion. It means transmission is also the machine. Okay. Then the types of shaft. In the types of shaft there are the two types. First one is the transmission shaft. Second one is the machine shaft. Then in transmission shaft, this shaft transmit power between the source and the machine absorbing power. It means they can transfer, but it's absorb the power. The counter shaft, line shaft, overhead shaft, and the factory shaft are the subtitles or subtypes of the transmission shaft. Which one? First one is the counter shaft. First one is counter shaft. Counter shaft in transmission shaft. Then line shaft. These line shaft. Then third one is the overhead shaft. Oops. Overhead shaft. And the fourth one is the factory shaft. All factory shaft. Okay. So in the transmission shaft there are the four types. First one is the counter shaft, the line shaft, overhead shaft, and all factory shaft are included in your transmission shaft. Then next one is the machine shaft. In the machine shaft, this shaft form an integral part of machine itself. As like the crankshaft is an example of machine shaft. It's the example of his crankshaft. We all are the mechanical engineers, so we know the IC engine part. In IC engine, without the crankshaft, they can move. So, in the machine shaft, the crankshaft is known as the crankshaft is under in your machine shaft. Okay. So these all are in the types of shaft. Now we can only the introduction of the types of shaft. Now we can start with the design of shaft. Suppose we can start with the design of shaft. It means the shaft, it may be defined. The shaft, it may be designed on the basis of first one is the strength. We already know about the material properties of the shaft. Our first property is the high strength. Okay. So the design of shaft, it's also to depend on the strength. Second one, rigidity and stiffness. Rigidity and stiffness. Okay. So in our design of shaft, the shaft, it may be designed on the basis of strength and the rigidity and stiffness. Then In designing shaft on the basis of strength, then we always know that we can. So up to that, we can start in the design of shaft. We can discuss about the definition of the shaft, difference between the shaft, axle, and spindle. Then we can discuss about the material properties of the shaft. Then we can discuss about the types of the shaft, and then we can start with the design of shaft. Now, in the design of shaft, we can know about only the material properties and all about that. Now, you know the engineering mechanics, then mechanics of material, heavy of machine. We can discuss about their ability, their movements. So, in designing the shaft on the basis of strength, the following causes may be considered. Which one? First one is the shaft subjected to twisting movement. First one is the shaft subjected to twisting movement. Twisting movement, its another name is your torque only. Means first one is the shaft subjected to twisting movement or torque only. Then second one, shaft subjected to bending movement. Second one is the bending movement. First one is the shaft subjected to twisting movement, then shaft subjected to bending movement. After that, we already discussed about the previous ones in your machine design and drawing 2. There are the 4 units. From that first unit, it's the 4th chapter, and as for that, in your design of shaft problems are minimum 12 to 13 marks problem. Suppose they give the 12 to 13 marks problem, at that time it's on the shaft and bending movement. But sometimes maybe chances the problem on the twisting movement or bending movement, and suppose the problem available twisting movement or bending movement, it's a 7 to 8 marks, or the remaining one is the theory. Okay, so in the design of shaft subjected to twisting movement or torque only, then shaft subjected to bending movement only, then shaft subjected to combine. We can use the combine shaft subjected to combine twisting and bending moment, and the 4th one is the shaft subjected to axial load in addition to combined torsional and bending load. So in your design of shaft, we can discuss the 4 types: shaft subjected to twisting moment, shaft subjected to bending moment, shaft subjected to combined twisting and bending moment, and last one is the shaft subjected to axial load in addition to combined torsional and bending loads. Okay, that's clear. Then now we can start. Your first one is the shaft subjected to twisting movement. So as per the previous one, you know all about that because you all are the final year students. Always of the machine design and drawing, we require the machine design data book. So we always use machine design data book by Mahadevan. Okay. So as per at the time of examination also, we are permitted the exam, it's machine design, drawing data book. Okay, so in that, so we are not required to complicate all the formulas because it's not the engineering mathematics. We are calculating the problems, but it's not the subject of your engineering mathematics. So we require data books. So don't remember all formulas and all about that. We are also concentrate about the handling of the calculator, because 90% time our problems is difficult. Why it's difficult? Due to not proper handling the calculator. Suppose you can not handling the calculator properly, so you can solving the problems. Then, and first one is the design of shaft subject to twisting moment. In twisting moment, there are the formula related the torque T equal to pi by 16 tau dq. Pi by 16 tau dq. At the time of solid shaft, we can given the torque is your twisting is pi by 16 tau dq. Then at the time of your hollow shaft, we can discuss about the T equal to pi by 16. T equal to pi by 16 into tau into dO to the power 4 minus di to the power 4 upon d4. You all are know about the tau. Tau is the shear stress, d is the diameter of the shaft, then dO is the outside diameter of the shaft, and di is the inside diameter of the shaft. And anytime we can calculate the d, which is the diameter of the shaft, but it depends on the problem. Sometimes it's a solid shaft or sometimes it's the hollow shaft. So at the time of you can calculate that. And many times they can give the power also. So at the time of power, you can calculate, that is the P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. 2 pi nt by 60. As like that, suppose you can given the power, you can first calculate T and then calculate your diameter. Okay. These all formulas related to your machine design and drawing are in your design data book. So we are not focused on that. We can start off our next problem. In our online session, it's not properly write down the complete problems on the board. But firstly, I have read the problems. Then we can start from your given. So, write down the problem. Suppose anyone take with your book and pen. The problem is a line shaft rotating at 260 rpm. A line shaft rotating at 260 rpm is to transmit 25 kilowatt. The shaft may be assumed to made of mild scale, and with an allowable shear stress of 40 megapascal. Then determine the diameter of the shaft, neglecting bending moment of the shaft. Okay. So after reading the problems, you notice that it's already mentioned that neglecting the bending moment shaft. It means these are in introducing manual, only one only is twisting shaft. So in that, what is the given one? Line shaft rotating at 260 rpm. It's the 260 rpm. It means N is your, sorry, N is 260 rpm. Means our speed of the shaft is 260 rpm. Then next one is the given power. Power is the 25 kilowatt. 25 kilowatt, it means 25 into 10 to the power 16 watt. Then what is next one? Next is stress. And the stress is depend on the material. In that problem, you can use the mild scale. You can use mild scale. So that's why mild scale, we can give the tau, means the shear stress, and shear stress is your 40 megapascal. 40 megapascal. 40 megapascal means 40 Newton per mm square. It's the 40 Newton per mm square. That's clear. It's all are given. And what we are calculating? Calculating the design, diameter of the shaft. It means the D. We are calculating the D with the help of design data. Then start with the torque transmitted of the shaft. Torque transmitted by the shaft. Torque transmitted by the shaft. We have already discussed about at the time of your power is given, we can start with the formula with the power, that is your P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. Then what is power? Power is your 25 into 10 to the power 3. Then 2 into 5. Then N is your 260. As like that, it should P equal to 2 pi into by 60, it means 25 into 10 to the power 3 equal to 2 into pi into 260 into T upon 60. As from that, we can calculate the torque with the help of your calculators. And at the time of calculating the torque, it's the answer is 918.20 Newton meter. Power is given in kilowatt, so torque is in Newton meter. But remember, we are always calculating the diameter in mm. So we can convert that Newton meter to Newton mm. So it's 918.20 into 10 to the power 3. It's your Newton mm. And you are given tau, it's also the 40 Newton per mm square. So mm, it's already both are the mm. So already given diameter is also in your mm. Then the torque transmitted by the shaft. Transmitted by the shaft, that is T equal to pi by 16 tau degree. Torque we are already calculated, it's 918.20 into 10 to the power 3 equal to pi by 16. Tau is given as your 40 into degree. So from that we can calculate your diameter. After that calculating, which is the value is your 48.89 mm. So that's why our answer is completed. No, it's not the completed, because your value is 48.89. Now we can see your data book. So right now it's not available to you. So I have given you, write down one from design data book and design data book, and we have already discussed about the design data book. We can using the Mahadevan. So as per your design data book Mahadevan, you can check the page number 48, page number 48, and the table number 3.58. Table number 3.58. Okay. So you all ready with your data book and with the page number 48 and table number 3.58. You can see that there are a number of digits. You can show that it's the design of shaft. The title is the design of shaft, and give you some 0, 1, 2, something as like that. But some number are missing, and you are calculating 48.89. So you can see the near about highest value of the value is your 48. So nearest highest value is your 50 is available in your design data book. So our answer, diameter of the shaft is 50 mm. Okay. So our answer is your diameter of the shaft is 50 mm. That's clear. Now on that time we are concluding today definition of the shaft. The difference between the shaft, axle and spindle, then material properties of the shaft, types of shaft, design of shaft, and after that we can discuss about the first one is the twisting moment only, and the first problem are concluded in your twisting moment only. So up to that our today's lecture are concluded. From tomorrow we can start with from next sessions we can start with the bending moment. Okay. Thank you, all of you.